Hello. It is Moonshine Oracle with, I don't know. I keep hearing moon sign. So this is somebody's moon sign. Please also keep in mind, I'm not getting downloads for every single one because that's system overload to me at the moment. It's just going to be as needed. Like, if they tell me to do a rising, that's one thing, but it's just, what I get is what I get. This isn't about, like, Chester Cat Grin or anything like that, and it's only going to turn into a Chester Cat Grin if you decide to do something stupid. Please keep in mind, the disclaimers are in the description boxes of all the videos, because I will not be dealing with anyone's triggered on here the bullshit. Somebody here is a mad scientist. I'm leaning toward Capricorn moon this time around. Somebody here, I don't feel this is cross-watcher though. Like, I don't feel this is cross-watcher. This is somebody in some very chaotic, distorted energy that has a Capricorn moon. It could be a few, because a few years ago during the pandemic, I had a reader in my energy. I had never gotten a reading from her. I don't know why she thought she could just invade my energy like that, but she did. And she thought I needed to learn a lesson in compassion. But the thing is, you cannot, metaphorically speaking, beat the nice out of somebody and get upset when they bite back. You don't get to dictate how they respond. And a lot of times, by the time people do have a reaction that's completely warranted, mind you, it's going to be what's going to be. Because this reader is a Pisces sun, and she's like in her, I wanted to say she's now in her mid-40s, but I mean, it's just, you can't make people be what you want them to be, embody the traits you like, completely throw aside everything that makes them unique as an individual to make you feel better about yourself. Somebody here really, really tried it. And one of the things I will say about this Piscean reader is she's a white supremacist, but she'd never say it. I know it. She knows it, but she will never publicly say it. Moving on. Just because you think like somebody is a level of strength you cannot understand, it does not give you the right to insert yourself. It doesn't. They're not on their path. Yes, they are. It's you who's not on your path. You jumped off of your path to take over what you thought was someone else's path. Because they say the jack of all trades is the king of none, but I mean, some people just have multiple skill sets. Herbalism, tarot, pendulum. They can sew. They're good cooks. I mean, they are just well-rounded people. And God forbid they showcase a talent or two. God forbid. And if they do showcase a talent, it's because it's not done in the way they would do it. It's wrong. And it's like, bitch, shut up. It's like, shut the fuck up. Because nothing will have me side-eyeing a mother in spirit that is somebody who thinks they can do all this shit in the name of character development. And I think what a lot of people do not realize is the people that do this, like the people on the receiving end of this frill and frou-frou bullshit, they are one more unnecessary something away from going complete and total villain. They're already struggling, my God. They're already having a time. That is not an invitation to insert yourself, because 9 times out of 10, What you think you're being helpful, you're actually being destructive. And that's a problem. That's a problem. It's not a blessing. That's a problem. It's another burden that people don't have the means or the strength to take on. And dare I say, somebody was doing this in hopes of pushing someone over the edge of no return. And by that, hence the suicide spells that started 5 years ago. For me, at least. For me, it was five years ago. If you have an insurance policy out on that person, you better read the fine print under the fine print, because if COD is self-deletion, they're not going to pay out. It has to be 100% natural causes for them to pay out. And let's put it this way, the majority of policies like that out there are fraudulent. These days, my understanding is not only does the person you're taking the policy out on have to consent and be aware of it, but we all know that's forged. You got to prove your relationship to that person. You got to prove it. How, especially when it comes to finances, how are you financially codependent on that person? There's a lot, like somebody here put a lot of, like all the eggs in one basket. Everything they had lock, stock, and barrel into the image or the idea of something, and now it's blowing up in their face because it's like the person they are projecting all these expectations onto said fuck that and fuck you. Why did they say that? Because there's nothing in it for them. There's nothing in it for them. Where is the something in it for them? Because you're not because like what you did in the name of compassion and learning, baby, it's you who needs to be compassionate. Because the person you are projecting all this bullshit onto, they already know what loss is. They know too well what rejection is because they're already there. They've been rejected their entire life. Their own family rejects them. So you're really not teaching a lesson. You're looking stupid. Because when you keep inserting yourself... Okay, so somebody here is about to start crying. Because I think somebody here really did mean well, but it's like, bitch, you just tore up a bunch of shit. A bunch of shit. You've caused a lot of financial losses, a lot of setbacks. And the thing is, this person, this girl in general, she just wants everything to be all-inclusive, everyone welcome. And the thing is like, bitch, not everything's meant to be all-inclusive. You are wanting special security clearance in spirit you are not meant to have. And if you stayed in your lane and minded your actual business, instead of like worrying about me, worrying about a person I'm subscribed to, and so on down that line, it would be a lot better for everyone involved. It would be better. Like, just leave people alone. Some people are meant to be military. Some people are meant to be cops. Some people are meant to be firemen. They're meant to do some really mentally and emotionally intense shit. And it's always some helpy helperton hussy that fucks everything up. They fuck up the prosperity. They fuck up the destiny. They delay a destiny. And it's like, bitch, who the fuck asked you? Go somewhere the fuck else. Because if you are willing to completely destroy one person's life while being this ray of bubbly sunshine to others over here, like, I'm sorry, if you're cruel to one, if you will do that to one, you will do that to anybody. If you are willing to do it to one, you are willing to do it to all. And I've yet to be proven wrong in that theory. meant to be included, there would be an organic energy flow, an organic space. If there would be a space already at the table with your name on it, and the thing is, there's nothing with your name on it there. So it's like, what are you doing? Like, everything is delayed because of you and your refusal to get the fuck on and mind your business. That whole I was just doing my job shit. So you ruined an entire person's reputation because that is your job. Baby, they ain't gonna deal with you. Especially if they're a seer. They saw you. Honey, they saw you. They saw everything you did spiritually. They saw you. There is not a moon ritual strong enough to make somebody like you. It's like using a love spell to make a person like them, like to want to do business with them and stuff like that. It's like, what kind of business? Like, that's the kicker. What kind of business? Does it have anything to do with what I am doing right now? Because I'm not rearranging my whole fucking life to pencil in some stupid twat because she thinks she knows what's best. Honey, you are wet behind the ears to somebody seasoned. Like, they are spiritually combat, like spiritual wise, they are combat veterans compared to you. You don't even have the balls to go to boot camp. You keep trying to put yourself in the gauntlet and you would be the first one obliterated because you're the easiest one to take out. And a lot of times, not everybody is going to like you. Because whoever this is, they're obsessed with being liked. They're obsessed with being popular. But as a result of this, they only want to deal with people who can make them more popular. But the thing is, there's going to be a day and time where the person you left out, they are going to be that bitch. They are going to be that boss. There's going to be a day, there's going to be a time. And you know what? Because it wasn't trendy to deal with them back in the day. Now you want to. And it's just like, oh, I already saw this shit coming. Because now it's their turn to reject you. And your ego just cannot fucking take it. Somebody who just cannot compete where they don't compare. And it's like, I don't care how pretty of a picture you take. I don't care about that shit. I'm not worried about modeling contracts, pageant titles, when I have real-time business to handle. I don't want your financial advisor. I have my own. I don't want your mechanic. I'm calling my brother. Like, somebody just does not understand, like, there is not a place for them. And I'm sorry, but when you have the friends I do that are reasonably well established in PR, why would I need you? You're focusing on all the wrong things, trying to make one person collaborate with your person, and you're not even supposed to be messing with them in the first place. The question is why? And let me find out it's because of a man. Anything you have to say, right out the window. And on top of that, if you are using a person as a muse, you better be willing to own up to that shit when you are called out on it. Because if you are using a person's content for your personal gain and there's no pre-established anything, honey child, you gonna get your ass whooped in spirit. It's like, hey, this bitch is taking my shit. Get her off. There is a fine line between being genuinely inspired and straight up stealing. Somebody out here really thought because they had quote unquote good intentions, they could just do whatever the fuck they want. It's like, no, you can't. You can't. You can't. And sometimes the damage is just so bad, there is no reconciliation. That's like these fools that messed with me 5 years ago getting into real estate because I am in a sector of that area. But the thing is, the part I deal with does not deal with real estate agents. And you know what? I'm cool with that. I don't want to deal with agents. I don't want to be a loan processor where you have to talk to an agent on occasion. Like, I don't want to talk to agents at all because 90% of the agents I've dealt with are fucking idiots. They don't care about the legalities and stuff like that. They just want the commission check. And you'd be amazed at the ones willing to cut some corners to get that check. Because they don't get paid until the loan closes. And guess what? You don't dictate state and federal guidelines. And you know, and that's another thing. I don't control that. I don't control that either. Because the guidelines can change any given time they want. I've been in my industry for 10 years. And not once have I ever been shown the respect that is due. And the truth of the matter is, people don't forget shit like that. They don't. And a lot of times for some folks, the closest thing you will ever get to forgiveness out of that person is them going on about life as if you were never born. So unless you want to get cussed out, my advice is to leave people the fuck alone. Stop trying to temperature check. Leave them alone. They just don't fuck with you. And with that, everybody enjoy your week.